All right, guys. So what we're going to be working on is we're going to be working on a Ricochet off-road body armor for underneath the ATV, UTV. I think that's how you say it. Ricochet, whatever. I don't know. Ricochet. I don't know. I'm trashing the name here pretty badly, but it's an off-road armor. Basically, it goes underneath the ATV. If you be going over rocks, it's basically like a skid plate, huge skid plate for underneath a UTV. ATV, this is a Polaris Ranger, I think 900, 950, something like that, I don't even know. But it's a buddy of mine. He bought the skid plate, wanted me to put it on, and I basically just want to show you how it's done, okay? It comes with great instructions, tells you everything you need, all the way down to the ratchet sizes, or the socket sizes that you're going to need. Gives you a complete diagram, how to install everything, where to install it. Comes in with all the gear that you need. Pretty nice here. All the bolts, any extra brackets. Now all this stuff is supposed to be bolted into place. I believe it said there's 2 spots where you just have to drill and bolt it on, but that's nothing compared to all the work that we've been doing here. So I'm basically going to put each panel in one at a time. As you can see, we have the main floor here, and then we basically have the side rails here. And these lips, they actually protrude a little bit on the outside to give you a little bit better protection when you're going over rocks. And of course, this is going to be the front, covering your main gear shaft and all that stuff, and the engine's going to be back there covering. So we're going to go through it and put each part on at a time, kind of show you what tools that you might need, any issues you might have if you are doing something like this yourself. I do have the ATV jacked up pretty high, as much as I can or comfortable with, so I can move around underneath fairly easily. I've been under these before. This one's not so bad, but I've been in others where it's even hard to get a ratchet under there because it's so close to the ground. But it's a crew, of course. 6-seater, not too bad. I've used this plenty of times. You've probably seen a video or 2 of it in my channel, just riding around, enjoying myself with some of my kids and stuff and things like that. All right, so let's get to it. Let's put the skid plate on this beast. All right, guys, so I'm going through the instructions here, and it tells you what you need. So I already got a 17mm 1310, 7/16, my T40, my T30, and I have them all set up here. So I got it all ready. I don't need to look for it. I got my ratchet for them, and as well as my little impact drill here, a couple of bits. So once I'm done with all this, I'm gonna move on to this and see what I need to do first. I'm trying to see, it doesn't really tell me which one to do in order. That's the only problem I have. There's no number order, so basically it seems like some of these parts will bolt on to each other, and I believe this one and that one could go first because it seems like other pieces connect to it. So that's the only thing about this, unless I'm missing it. You know, I don't want to say anything negative, but it'd be great if I could figure out which one to put on first. Now this says M1, M2, M3. I don't know, maybe this is the first one I need to put on. We'll figure it out. What do you think, Sissy?
Yeah.
There you go. All right, let's try and figure this out. All right, guys, I just wanted to show you guys how stupid I am. I got this paper here. I had to turn it over, and here it told me which parts to put in order based off the model numbers. The second one was blank, and I did turn this one over, didn't see it, assuming that this one was blank as well. So, yeah, my mistake, but the instructions are very detailed, and yeah, so that's what I'm going to end up doing. I'm going to read over all this stuff and figure it out, but that's my fault. I wanted to make clear to you guys, but everything is here. All right, first thing in the instruction says remove all factory plastic skid plates, which I did, and they are dirty, and the underneath was all beat up, hence why the new skid plates are getting put in. But this was tough to get off. One of the bolts was actually crushed, and it looked like they were trying to grow grass here. But yeah, this is pretty beat up. You can see it's all broken here, but that's why we're trying to put this new one in. So I got the old stuff off, And next, I just have to start making sure all the bolt threads are good. I have to tap some of the existing bolts to a 6mm thread, so I'm going to go ahead and do that now. All right, so these brackets here, now this is the front area for the side rock railing, and basically you're just gonna slide this up through here. Well, I like to go this way first, and then just go in the middle and then turn it over, and now you're all set. And then once you put the plate up, you'll line it up and put the screws right through it, and you basically should be good to go. As you can see, I already got the rest down. And it's pretty easy because it just lines up with your previous holes on all of them. You just gotta make sure you have to tap them, and then you're all set here. All right, everything is done. As you can see, it looks really solid underneath. I don't think there's gonna be any issues whatsoever. Everything butts up, everything lines up fairly nice. Even alongside here now, you know, some of you might think, what the hell is this going on? But you have to understand is if you're hitting a rock and it's sliding this way because you're going forward and it peels off, that's what you want, okay? Because you don't want to be going in reverse and hit a rock here and mess you up, you know what I mean? So that's why it overlaps this way. This is the way it needs to be. Hopefully a lot of this stuff helps you installing it. The instructions doesn't give you too much information, but it's fairly easy. But this is the end effect. All right, guys, well, like I said, hopefully this helps you out. Like I said, the instructions isn't the best, but there's information there that would help you out. But there's also a lot of stuff in this video that answers a lot of questions that I had, and I had to figure it out. But the main thing you need to know is the main skid plates underneath, those big holes are basically going to be those golden cup washers, which I don't even have any over here, but here's some of the old ones. But this is the golden cup washer that they're talking about here. So these fit in those holes. So when you line it up, they should just go in those same holes, bolted in. But again, like the instruction says, make sure that all of them stay loose. So when you put all the plates on, they could all somewhat butt up against each other, then lock it in. The instruction says to mount, here, let me show you which one. To mount this one first, and I actually find it a lot easier to mount this one first. So I recommend mounting this one first, this one second, this one third, this one fourth, and this one fifth. And the reason why I say this one last, because this one's a little bit harder to do. Also depending on the framing that you have, if it's been beat up already or not. It is a little rough to do, so I'd rather leave that last. And that's pretty much it. The quality of the skid plates, phenomenal. It's thick aluminum. It's not gonna gouge or rip apart. It's very solid. That's it, very well made. The bolts, the washers, they give you everything you need. Even the tap. The one thing I do recommend though, all those holes where those golden cup washers go into, tap all of them, because some of the holes the bolts will screw in really nice, but most of them it's tight and it doesn't want to go. So tap all of them. It's a little tedious, but it helps out in the long run. So make sure you tap all those holes. Other than that, I hope you I hope you subscribe. Check out my website. I got a couple of merchandise there. Also, I forgot. I mean, man, it's like midnight at night. I've been working on this for hours. And there's something else I was supposed to say. I don't know. I have other UTV videos, so check those out if you're a fan of UTV videos. I have some where I'm changing a CV axle or an axle on one, control arm, a rack and pinion. I'm upgrading the tires on them. So I have other videos, so check those out. And that's it. Peace out.